All right. Can't see anything yet, but oh, there we go, finally. Hopefully I'll be able to see if there's any comments. Doesn't always work, but we'll see. Happy Friday! Yay, we made it through another week. I hope everyone is doing really well. And you're all going to have a relaxing weekend, and perhaps you'll even spend a little bit of time in your craft room. I know I've got some big plans for some of the cards that we're going to be doing next week, but I wanted to show you this, and this is an upcoming take-home card class. So if you're new, welcome. My name is Shannon, and this is Paper Delights, and I come on every evening, Monday to Friday, to motivate you and inspire you and to stir the imagination with some card ideas, and maybe there's some things here that you'd like to try. So this is a card kit that will be coming up on March 14th. I'll come on live on Facebook. I'll also record it and put it on the YouTube channel if you can't come on that day. And we'll go and make these cards quickly together. There's 5 designs for $30, all happy birthday, and we're calling this the Big Birthday Bash. So we've got some really cute designs, right? And you get everything that you see in order to make these cards, including the cactus. I can fussy cut them out if that's not your thing. The beautiful fine art floral with the gorgeous gold acetate, and our strawberry bundle. How cute is that, right? So, and each of these cards is sort of a theme that will be upcoming in the weeks and months to come. So for example, this one here, we're going to start doing some cards with this designer paper next week. It's called Flowers, Field and Flowers, I believe. It's really pretty. So if you're interested in that, please send me a message, drop me a line, let me know. I'm happy to put a kit aside for you. So today is the very last day of our fine art floral. So I will show you what I've got for you this evening. So this one here. So I didn't get the stamp set with the fine art floral. It's really pretty, but I had this set here, which was a host gift. If you hosted a party and there was enough money spent, then you would get this host gift for free. And it had this flower set in there, which is similar to the fine art floral. And then I also had the beautiful friendship, which is also a really similar set that I thought I can use with this picture or this card. So what I did was that this was originally together, as you can see here, but I wasn't crazy about it together, so I actually cut the stamp apart. I know, wild and crazy. So I could stamp it individually instead of stamping it together. So, you know, think about some of the stamps that you might have that you like, but not necessarily as a full piece. You can always consider taking it apart, right? So my itty bitty birthdays. So my idea for this card was plain piece of white paper. This is, I believe, Fleur de Flamingo, our gorgeous gold acetate. Then this is part of the Stitch So Sweetly dies. I use this all the time. I go to this quite a bit. And then we're going to layer up some flowers. And how I did this was I put the ink on part of the stamp and some of the ink on the other part of the stamp. So when I had this on my stamp pad like this, I stamped this section here, and then with my ink pad I stamped this section down here. And it was pretty easy to do because there is a fairly distinct division on the stamp. So I got a little bit on the tippy tops when I was trying to do this piece, which is why I thought if I cut them it would be easier to do, and it clearly was, because these two you don't sort of see the same issue. So some stamps are really easy to do this multicolor kind of thing. Some other stamps are a little bit trickier, but all right, so let's start putting this one together. I'm hoping that my camera is better behaved today. I don't know why it was doing that last night. It was so strange. I took a bunch of pictures today when I was at work just to sort of make sure that like there wasn't something going on with the lens or something like that, but I don't know. It seems to be fine, so I have no idea what's going on. I think I might be out of glue. So let me see. Oh, yay. Sometimes I'll dig into something and I won't remember that this is the last one I have until, you know, I need another one, and then I'm like, oh no, I didn't order any more. So, but we're all good. So I'm going to put this on, just sort of again following that line, the silver line on the back. Just to sort of hide it when we put it down. Now I could put, and I probably will do that, a little bit on in the middle, because my card has that design in the middle. Now it's come out really, really quickly in some of these spots, so to be quite honest, I'm going to take some of it off because it's on quite thick. And I'm going to grab my wet wipe, which I keep right beside me for just these kinds of occasions. So I think that's pretty good. So we'll put that on, and I will make sure that it doesn't get too squished or slanted. So there. So I had the idea that we would put these flowers on with a gold ribbon around and then hello, but I don't think I'm going to do the gold ribbon anymore. I think I'll just do the hello and have like the flowers sort of peeking out like that. So I didn't do too many of these. Now this is a stamp that I got from Amazon. And I wanted to, I know that I talked about a little bit before about how all stamps are not created equal. So these are a few stamps that I've gotten off of Amazon. And then these are the well-written stamps. And I did one to show you. So this is the birthday one. It comes with this one here, happy birthday. So this is the die, and you think, yeah, that's fine. That looks really pretty. But here is the difference. The difference is that to get this one out of here is really, really difficult. There's only a few holes to sort of push it out, okay? It doesn't cut very well. Like I had to put it through the die machine several times, and it is so snug in here that if I was to pull it, it would rip. And so I have to go through the grooves with my little pointer tool in order to get it out. Like it's really very, very difficult to get it out of the die. Okay. And like I said, I had to put it through a number of times in order for it to cut all the way through. Really persnickety. This birthday one is part of the Well Written set. As you can see, it's got lots of open spaces to help push the paper through. And quite literally, I only had to put it through once and it fell right out of the die. And you can see the quality. The paper is cut. There's no flaws with it. This is the one with the other one, and maybe you can't see from far away, but like the little edges are frayed. It wasn't like a clean kind of cut, and the paper is a bit frayed here. So while Amazon, you know, it's handy, you might think it's a little less expensive than the Stampin' Up! Stuff. When it comes to quality and ease, honest to goodness, the Stampin' Up! Is well worth the money, because it will save you in frustration and yeah, just saves you in a lot of frustration and disappointment, because in the end, I'm not going to use it again. It's way too time consuming to be taking it all off by hand. So stamps are very similar, but we can talk about that another day. Now, this one I took a chance with as well, because I thought, well, maybe the issue was it was too fine, right? Like this one is a really narrow channel. It's really fine. So I thought I would take a chance with a bigger one. And I literally was taking a chance with it. I threw it in as an add-on when I was buying some other stuff, and it's not so bad. Like, I'm actually pretty pleased with that one. But that being said, this one I've invested in because I was really disappointed in the other one, how it turned out. So save yourself some heartache. Some things purchasing from Amazon are really not as good a value as you think, just from my own personal experience. All right, so let's glue our flower down. Like that, like that. I probably should have done that one popped in front, but that's okay. And then we'll glue that down. And like I said, the stamps are similar in terms of quality. It's the rubber isn't the same, and it's just disappointing, but I'll show you that another day. I've got, again, my cat was up on my, there, whoops. It wiggled on me. There. Now I've got a bit of glue on my foil, so I'm using my baby wipe to quickly wipe it off before it leaves a mark. So there we go. All right, so there's our first card. Now our second, actually we've got 4 cards to do tonight, because I wanted to finish up the cards. So this I punched out of the foil card that we had done the other day, where we had the big piece of foil and I punched that from the inside. So we're going to use that one. So this is what I did. So this is one of the cards fold lengthwise, and then I've cut it down the center. So you fold it in half, or you can just measure it half and then cut down the center. And that's the piece that we then turn and put that way. So it's a a nice way of changing up the layout a little bit without adding any additional cardstock, for example. So we have some options. So I did this layering with the white, and then we're going to turn this one lengthwise, and again with the white, and then this designer series paper like that. And then I wasn't sure if I wanted to leave this one white or if I wanted to add another piece of the designer series paper like that, which I think I might do because I think it looks really cool. And then we've got the dragonflies to go over top like that. Hey, Pat. So that is what we are going to do with this card. And this is showing the, I think this is the last piece of the designer series paper. I think we've done now a card with all of them, all of the paper. So pretty. So I'm just sort of centering this one with about an equal white edge around. And we'll put this one on. And I'm trying to line it up with the other white card behind, so it kind of lines up there, which I think it did. And this one I'm going to do the opposite. So I've got the darker on this one. I'm going to do the darker up above on this one. And again, I'm going to sort of try and line up that paper to this paper here, like that. And then this one, so it's a great way of just changing up your design a little bit by cutting it in half and then turning it lengthwise. And we're going to do our last piece of the designer series paper. And then these beautiful brushed metallic dragonflies, which is a set that we will be doing more in the weeks to come, but it was just so pretty. And I wanted a little something on this without necessarily doing a sentiment, so I opted for the dragonflies. Isn't that pretty? I just think it's so pretty. And then I'm going to put glue on half. Now you could pop it up if you wanted to, but I'm just going to leave it like that. And put it on. And there you go. And you can write there. All right. Our next card is similar to one that we did the other evening. We're just layering things up. This is the Night of Navy designer series paper with the Balmy Blue in behind, the Night of Navy as the main card. We're going to do this really pretty bumblebee ribbon. And again, I heat embossed the sentiment on vellum, but I found that it kind of got lost in behind. So again, just another little piece to put behind to help pop it up a little bit. And I just had a piece of scrap from the other side of this one, I believe. Yeah, just the other side. So yeah, let's glue our piece here. So I cut it so that it would just fit inside the little stitched parts of the Stitch So Sweetly set. Yeah. All right. And we'll put this one down. This is such nice paper. I think I'm going to order another pack because I could see some really nice decor type items done with this, similar to the one I think I showed you on the very first video that we did. I think I showed you one of my welcome decor ones that I did. So it's beautiful, beautiful paper. And I realized that I want to put this on, so I better put this on before I glue it down, because otherwise I will be very frustrated. So I'm just figuring out my placement. Yeah, do that there. And then we'll glue that down. And I pulled my ribbon more this way so that my bow will be more at this end here than at the other end, because I knew I had to put my sentiment. So this ribbon here is really nice. It's in the annual catalog, and you can get it in a few different colors. It's just a really simple, nice ribbon. You can get the Misty Moonlight. I think it's all the in colors. Yeah, here. So you can get the Bumblebee. Yeah, it's all the in colors. Misty Moonlight, Magenta, Just Jade, and Cinnamon Cider. And it's a really pretty, it makes really nice bows. And I think it's a really pretty ribbon. So there's that. Let's put some dimensionals on that to pop it up and hold the ribbon down. I might have to put a glue dot to glue it down. Get my bow to stay down. Sort of center that so that the ribbon runs sort of around it, and then I'll trim my ribbon and we're good to go. There we go. So yeah, so there is that one. All right, the very last one I have for you is so much fun. So what I've done for this one is we have a piece of terracotta. Nope. This one I think is Calypso Coral. Yes, Calypso Coral in the embossing folder. And then we have a piece of the Designer Series paper, and you could put it either way, it doesn't really matter. I'm going to put it this way. And then what I had was a piece of the brushed metallic, and where did it go? There. And then with some of the scraps that I had, I punched out these little squares, and the idea was that I would glue these on like that. Okay, so I would glue those on, and then you end up with that. And when you end up with that, it goes like that. Doesn't that look pretty? And then again, I took the same hello, and this one is in the pink, to put it over like that, or we can do the red, but I think I like the pink. So yeah, so that was my idea for that card. Like I said, I had all these sort of like scrap pieces of squares, and I really liked the metallic look in behind. And so I thought this would be a perfect way of using up some of the paper. Now you could do the same idea with some of the blues, right? Like some of the blues, like what we have here, and some of the other backings that they have. Could do it with some of the grays and some of the blues. But I just happen to have it more of the pink left over. So there you go. Now, unfortunately, because I wanted to see the gold in between, I couldn't do like a shape in behind to try and save some of the extra metallic, which is unfortunate, but I think it has a really nice look to it. So that was my design. And then I was like, well, I didn't want to put a big bow on it because, again, I really liked the metallic and the simplicity of the pretty squares of the different patterns. So I thought just, you know, a simple hello would look nice. And again, I thought about doing it in a metallic, but I was worried that it would sort of take away from the metallic that's already on there. So that's why I opted for a lighter color for this, so that your eye is drawn more to the metallic than the greeting itself, if you know what I mean. So yeah, so there you go. So I'll do the other one, but I'm going to focus on more of the red and then have a hello from behind. Same idea. So there you go. So here are all the cards that we've made this week. We've made a ton of cards this week. So we made these ones today. And we made these ones earlier in the week with the acetate. I don't think I'm going to be able to fit them all in. Then we used some of the other acetate with the swirl in it. And then the third acetate is in your birthday card design. So that's why it's not out here. It's in the birthday design. So, and our Marianne fold. That's our fancy fold. I'm calling the Marianne fold. So a lot of beautiful, beautiful cards. So, and I still have a lot of the paper left over. I probably have 1, 2, 3, 4 full sheets of the paper, and I got all these cards. So it's, you can't go wrong. Like, the packs are beautiful. $15 for 12 by 12 pack of paper, and easily you're getting, you know, 2 dozen or more cards depending on how much of the paper, designer series paper, you use. But as you can see, I'm using pretty full-size pieces, right? So good deals, beautiful cards. So thank you so much for joining me this evening. I always appreciate a like and a share. If you're interested in any of the products, feel free to send me a message, or the link on the Facebook page will bring you to my my store. You can purchase the fine art collection there and the acetate. Please, please, please stay safe and have a wonderful, wonderful weekend. Thanks again. Bye.